What's good, everybody? It's your man, the myth, the legend, the voice, bringing you this week's timeout. This is where we take a step back and assess the game of life, looking to God for strategies to bring us true success. This week's thought: I got this. Now, I can't really recall any bad audibles that have been made in games where the player just decided, hey, no, I know coach called this play, but I'm going to run this instead, and that it works out well. Nothing stands out in my mind. Well, maybe some of the things that Russell Westbrook did back in the OKC days when he and KD and Harden were there. There were a bunch of shots that he took. It's like, why? KD's got the hot hand. Give it to him. And the thing that ever did come to my mind, which is a bit of a stretch, it's a loose sports analogy, so indulge me on this one, is when Bel Air Academy was down a shot. And Will was having a fiery game. I mean, he was on fire, literally, just hitting everything, and had other folks putting up banners talking about taking him down because he was just doing such a wonderful job in that game. And Carlton, at half court, instead of passing to Will, decided to take a half court heave. This was before Steph came and made it commonplace, or Logo Dane doing it all the time. No, and Carlton, his shot was a heave. I mean, like throwing a shot put or a javelin kind of heave. It wasn't even really a shot, but he took it. He just knew he had it. Instead of relying on the proven commodity that was his cousin, he took things into his own hands. And when he threw the ball, he just looked like, I got this, and everything's going to work out well, because he wanted the glory. He wanted the praise. He wanted the honor that everyone was given to Will. And he figured if he took it in his own hands and he shot that shot, that he would get those things. Well, it's a two-way street. If you make it, yes, you do get the glory and the honor for hitting the game-winning shot. But if you miss it, as he did, I mean, it didn't even come close to the basket. And when you miss like that, then you get all of the ridicule, all of the shame, and all of the hatred that comes with taking things into your own hands and mishandling it, thinking that you got it, but you really don't. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 7 says, don't be impressed with your own wisdom. Instead, fear the Lord and turn away from evil. When we fear the Lord, when we trust him, when we put our faith in him, that's really where true wisdom comes from. As a matter of fact, Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10 says that wisdom becomes, or I should say wisdom begins with fearing the Lord. And this fear is not like, oh, I'm scared, don't get me kind of fear, but this is a reverence that is being spoken of. Like we reverence knives. I mean, we generally don't play catch with knives or a loaded gun. Can we do that? Yeah, we can, but because of our reverence for them and our knowledge of what they can do, we don't do those things. Same thing with God, because we know who he is, because we know his power, because we know his love for us. We do things differently. That's the kind of wisdom that's being spoken of here. Through fear, by fearing him, we move different ways, and we acknowledge him in all of our ways so that he will direct our paths, because we've reverenced the fact that he knows better than we do. Yeah, we think we know better. Yeah, we could just do what we want. We'll be fine. That's the same thing that every crack addicted person, not every, but most crack addicted people thought when they did. So, I'll be all right. You're dealing with this guy who was dogged out. Everybody, this girl who is just stolen. Everybody's going, it's going to be different this time. Yeah, the difference is that you're going to be taken and not someone else. See, when we lean to our own understanding, we do things our own way, we wind up tearing up God's magnificent creation because we don't have the proper respect and reverence for it, thinking that we can do it. It's like the I'm Every Woman song. I can do anything. It's all in me. No, it's not. And if it is in you, it's because Christ is in you. Because if he's in you, yeah, you can. You can do anything that he empowers you to do. But again, it all goes back to him. It all goes back to the fact that he's the one that gives us the power. He is the source. We're just using the resources that he provides. See, he knew that we didn't have it all together. That's why he set a plan in place from before time began, because he knew that we did not have this. He sent Jesus to die for us and to give us the power over sin, because he knew that we could not do it. We didn't have it, but he has it, and he makes ways for us. He's all powerful. He's omniscient. We think we got it, but we don't. We don't even know we had for lunch 3 Tuesdays ago. But you know who does? He does. So put your trust in him. With that being said, here's the play. We have all failed ourselves miserably. So don't trust in your abilities. Instead, trust in the God who gives you the ability to far exceed what you believe is impossible, or you can even imagine, when his spirit is living and active in you. It's your man, The Voice, with this week's Time Out. All right, time to get back in the game of life. Until next week, happy Resurrection Sunday from MTMV Sports. Ready,